Hello, everyone. Welcome to the July tour of the garden here in Central Texas, Houston area. Um, it's been very hot lately, but we still have a few things that seem to enjoy the heat. We don't water regularly, so it's survival of the fittest right now. And I'm going to show you which plants are growing in here right now. So we have moringa that's growing. We have lemongrass right here, and then this is another moringa. This moringa was actually planted in late April, and it's already 7 feet tall. So that's pretty impressive. I planted this in a sack that was for my chicken feed, and so I'm trying. I planted moringa in different mediums. I'm trying to figure out what works best. Okay, we have another um, plant here. This is a turmeric. So I have a few of them, and I have learned that the turmeric, even though it likes the heat, it doesn't like the sun. So turmeric does well in shade. So this one is doing better than the other ones that are in the open areas. All right, come on. So we have also planted some moringa in this pot that we've interplanted with berries and stuff, and they seem to be all doing very well. The berries have the greenest leaves out of all the berries we have. So I don't know if the moringa is supplying something to the berries or not. Something is working in their favor. Um, Over here we have corn and cantaloupes and Nigerian honeybeans, which we are using for our three sisters method. So the beans, that's what's fixing nitrogen to the soil. The corn is providing the structure for the beans to climb and the cantaloupe to climb. And we've pretty much finished harvesting the corn, but we left the stalks so that it will serve as support for the beans and cantaloupes. We've harvested a lot of the cantaloupes. We still have a lot coming up. As you can see, the cantaloupes, you have to actually wait until it's coming off the stalk before you harvest it. Otherwise, it's not going to be sweet. So this is not ready yet. Okay. All right. Come on. Checking to see if this is ready. This is also not ready yet. Um, so this is the line of the corn and cantaloupes. All right. Now over here, this is the real jungle here. So anybody who has grown okra and will tell you that harvesting okra is a lot of work. It's a blessing, but it is a lot of work. Um, so okra is doing great. You have to harvest every 2 days. I harvested this okra just last night, and already almost all of them have one ready to harvest. Okay, by tomorrow they'll all have two. By the 30th they'll all have three. By the fourth day, the first two would have been too woody to harvest. So that's the thing about okra. Just plant what you need, otherwise you're going to be struggling for a long time. um, we planted cassava. We have some cassava here, even right there. There's some cassava all over the place. Now cassava likes the heat. Cassava doesn't care. It never withers. No matter how hot it is, it's able to send roots, so it's able to get whatever it needs. Okay. All right, come on. All right, so the only plant that I keep under shade is my comfrey, Russian Bucking 14 comfrey. So I had one, okay, I had just a single comfrey when we moved last year. And I dug up the root, cut it up into 12. Now I have 12 plants here, and I am going to cut each one up into 12 again in this fall because I want to plant a lot of comfrey. I want it to border the garden and also by the chicken coop because the chickens eat it, the rabbits eat it. But I've learned that comfrey doesn't like direct sunlight for a long time. So there's one under a tree over there that's doing fantastic. So that's giving me ideas of where to put it. So I can put it where I cannot put other plants. Another thing that's growing very well in this garden is the peanuts. So these are peanuts. Peanuts grow as a root. They send these guys down, and when you pull it, you will get peanuts. So as you can see, these little guys, they will give us peanuts whenever they are ready. These are not ready yet, but as you can see, you see this one right here? That's a peanut. That's how it starts. All these ones will go down and give us peanuts. When the leaves start turning, you know it's ready to harvest. So this whole bed is peanuts. All right. As for tomatoes, we've harvested and harvested and harvested, and now it's too hot. This is the Heatmaster tomato. Is the only one remaining. I have purposely stopped watering it. I just want to see how resilient it actually is. These cherry tomatoes, I also reserved the one plant. This whole bed was filled with tomatoes. I had to transition all of them because the heat brought in too many bugs. All right, come on. Now, uh, in each bed, I planted some okra because the okra has big enough leaves to give enough shade so I don't have to water it every day. And the goal is that if you water your plants too often, they become too dependent on your water. But if you don't water it too often, they send the roots all over the place and they are able to fend for themselves. So you have to train your plants accordingly. Also, when you go in the garden, everywhere there's moringa, and for the same reason I have the okra is to provide shade in the garden as well. Okay. All right. Okay. So um, we are back here. Over here, this is my moringa sanctuary. Now, what I did is this is an 8x4 bed, okay, that I planted 16 moringa plants in here as an experiment. But I also planted Jamaican sweet potatoes or African sweet potatoes uh, below this guy, and they are doing amazingly well. I can tell from the color of the leaves and how rapidly they are growing. And so the moringa is acting as some form of a shade. And because the moringa has big roots that store water, I've noticed that even if I forget to water these guys for a week in this heat, they don't wither. But their counterparts on the other side that don't have any moringa next to them, they wither. So that's something to look into. Planting moringa right next to everything has shown me that the things just do well. I don't know why. I can't explain it, but this is the evidence right here. Okay, now over here, this used to be the greenhouse. It's quite a mess right now. Um, but we have a lot of things that are being nursed and that are still growing in there. We have some tiny moringa plants. There's about maybe 70, 75 uh, moringa seedlings in there. I have these sacks filled with uh, different things that I'm growing. Lots of sweet potatoes, cayenne peppers. We have some cucumbers. We already harvested some pretty big ones. This is Armenian cucumber. Um, so yeah, we have a lot of things growing over here as well. Okay, finally, I want to show you guys. Um, Yeah, as you can see, we have more sweet potatoes here. The two moringa plants, I put them in late, and so I've just realized that they do well with moringa, and this moringa is able to feed chicken and rabbits, and also this feeds us as well. We take it as a supplement. This is the most nutritious plant on the planet. The only plant that has all essential amino acids, has 42 antioxidants. It's just so rich, more calcium than milk, more vitamin C than uh, oranges, you know, and the list just goes on and on and on and on. So again, if you have any space and you have at least 4 months of warmth, plant some moringa and start taking it. Check with your doctor first. I'm not a doctor, but check with your doctor first. There are so many cultures that take it regularly, and they seem to have a much longer lifespan. And the research is there, but always